Hello, welcome to another episode of Get Rich and Fit Tryin. So after a couple trials and errors, we finally got everything right. So now we're gonna go ahead and get right to it. I'll see you on the other side. Let's go. Alright, good morning everybody. Let's go ahead and get this party right as we are going to get ourselves rich today. So we got PPI that came in and it came in okay, I guess that's the word I'm gonna go with. Okay. But yeah, it's bearish for the dollar for most of it. Like, it's just amazing what's happening here. So I think we're going to get a nice little pop to the upside. I think this is what everybody was kind of waiting for. Bearish for the dollar there. Move this out to my way. And then we got bullish for the dollar over here as far as capacity utilization, manufacturing production month over month. And then this one is industrial production. But for the PPI, this is what we relatively want to see. Looks like the tariffs are doing something relatively positive on what we're looking for. Not exactly sure how we want to dissect that, but again, this should have a strong impact on the market. Now, I want you to take it with a grain of salt, because this does not mean that it's probably going to go ahead and continue to that side. Hey, good morning, guys. How y'all doing? How's everything? Hopefully y'all finished yesterday good. Yeah, likewise. I feel you on that. I'm a little pissed myself. Yeah, exactly. Just back out. Just back out completely. Yeah, I started trading roughly around 2 o'clock, and then I had a one large hit against me, and I was like, okay, let me not do anything to blow this account. We keeping it. So I'm literally waiting for today's actions, that way I can make my money and then some. So nice little pop here. Yep, we got 19 seconds until everything kicks off. Mm-hmm. Do me a favor, can you close the door? Thank you. I still think it's upside for the most part. We're going to be going to the upside. All right. I'll take a small position here. I'm risking $150 to $200, seeing if we can get up into this register, because my next order that I want to buy is somewhere around here, and then probably attack a little bit higher from there. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Looks like I was actually going to do 150 to 200, but they hit me with 400. Jeez, that was a violent. Ah, yeah. That came a little fast. Yeah, that's a big old candle that you just threw on there. I won't be. I'm not. What the hell? Why does this? There's just a little bit of profit taking that's happening. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I knew this was going to be tough for the block, but I was looking for them to kind of attack here. So I'm still going to wait for an order over here and probably end up here as well, regardless. Like I said, the data came in favor of more upside. The question is it already priced in? So that's probably that reaction we just got hit with just now. What you said? No, I won't say shoot back up per se, but it's building itself out. Here's our previous day.
Dad, can you put soap in here?
You're gonna have to give me a minute. You see me in the middle of something, right? Please, not right now. Yeah, I'm in the middle of my recording. Not right now. Outside, please. Outside, please. Thank you. Close my door. Thank you. Look at that. You see what I mean? Like I knew that they could have pulled it back, but they know that this is the 50 and the 618 of the previous day. That's what they're going after. They're trying to avoid letting them go after. Let me see what this looks like overall. Yeah, I think they're trying to rebalance one side of it. See what I mean? Like they're coming back down here to kind of see what they can test and push right there. All right. So we're back to some order blocks over here. I did not expect them to come this far. All right, where's PPI? Let me see something here. Yeah, this is the PPI data right there. All right, let's do this. Let's box out here. There we go. And there we go. And we'll put this as our block. Okay, good, good. So that's the whole purpose, is to at least try to stay as green as possible. All right, so that's what we probably could have did as a order block bounce. That's what I was kind of like looking for in itself. Yeah, I kind of missed this bounce. Slightly distracted a bit, but that's what I was saying, that this order block was going to give us a nice little bounce, and looks like we're getting it now. Hmm. Yeah, I'm still waiting, because if it doesn't hold its weight here, we're probably going to have ourselves a little bit of a problem. All right, we're back to the VWAP. You see that's why I kind of hesitated, because even though this was a good spot for an order block bounce, we probably could get another one of those hits going against it. Oh, you was thinking about taking it back down? Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Well, we're at VWAP right now. Let me see what this 15 minute. Yeah, 15 minutes is just a little tight. Oh, damn. Is that why? This histogram is a little lighter. Mhm. Yeah. I don't like this 15 minute, and they already took me for almost 400 and some odd dollars. I don't like this evening star that we could be putting in on a 30 minute. Here they go again. Now the funny thing about it, they have like jobs report that's going to be coming out in on tomorrow, so they might be repositioning themselves a little bit here. So just keep that in mind also. But this is starting to feel a little bit more and more bearish going into this first 15 minutes. Let's see if we can sit on the sidelines a little bit, let it build its base, and then we'll just focus on the opening range and get that break to the top. Got yeah, we got the first part of the opening range. We're getting that. We've established that, so let's go ahead and put our levels in. So Stranger Danger is sitting at 23,045. 15-minute is looking very interesting. 30-minute looks like a complete evening star at the lower register in the MACD. If they don't catch it here, we probably could do something very violent to the downside. Let's see if we can get above the VWAP. Is it me or my indicator is not operating? Keeps on saying alert, 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 but it's not showing me any of my indicators in itself, so I'm kind of confused. All right, we got ourselves a little bit before this 5 minute, but they're trying to do that bottom of the trend line bounce here. You know, there's some selling pressure here. Mm-hmm. Let me see what the dollar is doing. Is the dollar still rising? because the dollar can have such an effect on it. Yeah, it's still rising. Even though it said bearish for the dollar on the news, we're still rising under the dollar right now. Kind of be the one holding the bag in itself. You just want to catch that momentum, that pop, and then get up. Yeah, right now I'm seeing how this 5 minute is. If this 5 minute can hold below this level, but I am so confused on my oh, I just realized the 5 minute did close below it. Yeah, I got so much stuff. This is distracting me right now. Right, it came right back to the block. Yeah, yeah. I should have got in at the close of the candle. We got an order block here, and we're probably gonna go for this fair value gap down here. Yeah, that was it. It was at 23:02. That was my entry. That was the one. Uh, it, they tried to the position that you took of going long. It seemed like everybody was trying to go long at that time as well, and as soon as they repositioned themselves, it went ahead and spiked to the upside. I do believe that there's a ticker that's probably putting a lot of weight on the stock, and I won't be surprised. It might be something like Tesla. Well, Netflix has earnings today, so that could be the one that's well. Um, let's see. HCA lost 11. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Uh, nice. Let's go. And it's also building the base at the bottom of the block on this 5 minute. Fair value gap brings it to like 962, which is what I was trying to aim for. I'm just waiting for the opening range, but you know how the game goes. It runs away from me kind of fast. hmm You locked out. Oh, you yeah, it did that to me. Oh, ooh, I thought you got locked out like because I don't know what's been going on with Elite recently, but it's like if you take a certain number of trades, oh Tesla is actually the one that's up. Um, it kind of like logs you out. Spotify is down $10. AMAT 7. Nvidia is still kind of holding itself, and it's Eli Lilly is popping up. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's all good. Oh, now Costco is gonna go for that 958. That's what I was looking for Costco 958. It's almost there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I told you that 962 is what they're looking for. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nothing sucks more than trying to trade in the middle of distractions. It's hard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably should have went to the option. Looking at that, that's 32 points right there. Costco almost to 958. Alta is trying to bounce back up. All right, this one says upside. I want to take that. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm not because it happened too fast. Because so I have like multiple strategies. One of them is one that kind of gives like a 50 to 60 pop, and it already did it. The entry would have been right at 972. Catch the momentum, take my 50 to 60 ticks, and then I would have been out by now. So I'm gonna leave it alone. Oh, that's what you're trying to do right now. Got you. We might build a base here. Mm-hmm. They just liquidated all the bulls that stepped into there. I don't know. I'm still thinking downside, and now I'm about to flip the script on it. Well, we made lower lows. 929 is the low of the session, so this is going back into like 3 o'clock in the morning. But if this thing breaks back below 961 again, I think I'm gonna go ahead and short it. That was like yesterday's pivotal point. They're trying to get to the 50 and 618 of the previous day, and the market's like, we're not gonna let you. My meta position is getting completely toe up. Yeah, if they don't rebalance this today, we're talking about putting in a daily evening star. That's what that's gonna be. A daily evening star. All right, I gave it 2 shots, lost $200 because I tried to play it to the downside on that one after they wicked it, but it looks like it's not working out. Yeah, it's already 10 o'clock. Yeah, I'm gonna sit back and relax a little bit, see what happens with all of this. Because if it comes back in that 962 again, I think I'm gonna short it. 15 minute. It does look like it's a little tired of this downtrend on the stochastic. 5 minutes already down here. 5 minute warning star. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, just a little bit apprehensive because I do believe that our opening range is set, and we're probably gonna tap it if we do get up there, and then it's just gonna sell off again. So just being patient, see if I can find something better. Meta hit a recover. I agree. I'm on the same page. they're trying to take it out there. Yeah, I gave it a few shots. Didn't really relatively work out too well. It's like we're in this chop here. And the funny thing about it is, like, I get it. It's probably like that. Mm. I was just playing it down, and they came in to stop. Let's see if we close inside the order block or we close outside of it. We got 2 minutes and 35 seconds left until that's done. Alright, looks like we might not get it to close inside of there. and some of these tickers are looking like they're trying to recover. Let me sort this again. So now Meta is the worst here, and looks like Tesla's starting to come down a bit. Spotify recovered a little bit. Like it's a very interesting. So I wonder if they're repositioning because they know what is going on with that said news in itself. Might get a close inside of this candle now. Let's see if that actually pans out. And maybe they just came in to sweep these two candles here. Let's see what the 15-minute looks like. Yeah, maybe they're using this wick as the bounce, giving us a little bit of a 15-minute bounce, ignoring the 30-minute morning star, maybe. But that 30-minute morning star is like a big old eyesore that the market just punched everybody in the face. So I'm gonna give it one more shot, and then if that's not the case, then I'll just leave it alone. This is probably going to be an upside move, more than likely. Let's see if we can get that. It's always important you turn off your phones and all that stuff. That way you don't have any distractions. Put on do not disturb, all of that good stuff. Alright, we closed inside of it. Give it a few more seconds. This might be it. I've already missed it. It's probably going to bring us right back into the opening range. Hesitated because of all that bad couple of spikes and hits that they did. And there it goes. That's the target. That was the target I was looking for. As I said, upside into the fair value gap here. You got your money? Oh, that's still good. But you're green though. Oh, okay. Mhm. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's all you need. That's all you need. That's why you cut the trades as quickly as possible so that we can get right quicker. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Nah, smart move. Smart move. I think we're gonna get another pop here. Let's see if we build a base here. Mhm. Yeah. All right. I was able to kind of scalp out a quick little $100 on that pop off the block. I wanted to stay longer. There goes my target. There goes the rest. But I think I tightened the stop too fast. That's what happened. But I just wanted to see a solid, good trade. Finally, a good, solid trade. I didn't put it on the screen on this one because that account is it's not on life support, but I don't like that $400, $500 hit I just took, especially coming off of what happened yesterday or getting jabbed in the face already. So I just wanted to kind of make sure. So I went on to my other PE. So I'm overall I'm down $800, and for a very distracted morning, that's actually a good thing. Let's see. ES look like it's trying to recover. Those that plays opening range should be out of the trade now. If they stuck with the pattern, normally after finishing your opening range, that momentum takes us to the upside. But eventually with these patterns, sometimes these patterns break, and I won't be surprised that we stay down here, because most times when we finish the opening range, you see how it's coming back in? Most of the times when we finish the opening range, we don't go through. I'm sorry, we don't reject and then use that as continuation for the opening range. And today could be that one. Um, so I'm a little apprehensive on this. You see, now they're closing the 5 minute inside of the block. We might do a leg lower here. I'm going to lighten up my leverage. Going to consider taking a shot. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it'd probably be a good time for that. I don't see any problems with that idea. No, you're fine. Yeah, I remember YMAX and yep, I remember those. Yeah, we were looking at that not too long ago, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're getting real choppy now. Let's see if they're looking at it like this. I want to see this thing get out of this box. But we're gonna be wrapping up at 10:30 anyway, so. Mm-hmm. Just erase it. So this is that. This is that. Let me take it a step further and think. Hmm. Are we diddling in the middle of a 2 hour? Between two order blocks on the 2 hour? Is that why it's being difficult? Hard to trade? I think so. Let's see how the tickers. Looks like Meta is no longer the one leading the losses. Looks like Netflix is back into it. Why is this taking? Come on. Okay, there we go. Now it's under there, under there, under there. So nice solid recovery from Meta. Mm-hmm. Okay. So why don't we put that as far as a aim, how to build your patience? Just wait for your setup. Well, it does it require like candle closes? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, I follow. Yeah, I think I see what you mean. So you're thinking like, but which fair value gap are they going bouncing off of? 10. Oh, you're down in the 1 minute, aren't you? Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, sometimes it feels, sometimes it don't. That's why when we have fair, because I there's times where I aim only for fair value gaps. Like this was our first rejection of that, right? Now they're building a position to see how close can they get here. On the second one, it might reject, but if the second one don't reject, then we might get a complete fill right through it. Mhm. Mhm. So now I understand what you're saying. So you're saying if you were just a little bit more patient, you would have seen all of this, accepted for what it is, but then targeted that. Yeah, I can agree on that. No, it happens much more frequent than you think, and it happens on other time frames too. So not just the 9:30 and 10. It's 'cause that's the most optimal. Mm-hmm. 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 Exactly. Basically, one shot, one kill. Today was not a one shot, one kill type of day. It's been a little rough. Tori, what's that? Which one is that one? No, I don't see we breaking a trend line. Do you see a trend line we're breaking? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Agreed. Absolutely. Finesse. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're trying to get back to 2997 right now already. So they're really trying to build this base to get through probably even stranger danger and everything else. So remember how I kind of said like, you know, we haven't broke that rule so far. So it looks like we're going right back into being bullish right now. Nope, they took out strong imbalances. Might go right back to VWAP. VWAP is sitting at 2308. We had rejected off of it. They might try to close the 5 minute inside of the opening range, which we already did on this one. So this is that nice little pop to continue. I can agree with that. Yeah, I got 011. Because there's always a reaction there. Because there's always a reaction there. 'Cause 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 there's always a reaction there. 'C Yeah. Now we gotta get to 211. 23.11. And then we probably reject that one. We haven't touched it since 9:34. I think that's what they're looking for. Here it comes. 26 seconds. Come on, 23.011. That's where we're going. They said nope. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, and I'm not in sync with the market. Let me tap out here. I was like, let me just throw 20 bucks at this, and I'm gonna see if this is actually going to work its way to the upside. There it goes. That is entertaining. There it goes. There's our explosion for more upside. And the funny thing about it, I was considering on this 5 minute candle. Hmm. Yeah, I was actually playing the 200 guy. I knew it was gonna blast right through it, and we were getting rejected at VWAP so many times, and I was actually in the position. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put a $21 stop. If they stop it, they stop it because we're gonna get a new 30 minute candle. And as soon as they stopped me out, that they reversed and went right through my, because I kept on saying 23.011, right? That was the level I was looking for. Yeah, I think they just tapped it. I think they're gonna try to cross this all the way over, and then that's gonna bring you into the 15-minute fair value gap right here. That's what they're looking for. So we're probably gonna get a strong rejection here, because this will be the first time that they're trying to get through here. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Trying to see what we do when we get inside of here. Oh, 32. You always know what you're gonna get. Yeah, that'd be cool. Especially if you want to do that now while it's not freezing, because Philly can get cold. Yeah, you're so close to it. I thought we was gonna get there, but I guess this area is tough for you. 'Cause I know the market sees this 15-minute fair value gap. Yeah. No, I think you'll be happy with it. It's a good little setup. Yeah, it's a good little setup. Oh, we got hey Talithia, how you doing? Yeah, the market was a little choppy. Mm, that was the rejection I thought that was going to get, but I thought I was going to get it closer to the 32. These bears are not playing with the market today. Look what it rejected right before it got to the level here, which would have been a 15-minute fair value gap test. I was ready to short it at 32. It already ran off on me. Trying to do NQ, but in a minute we might wrap it because it's just way too choppy. Just oof. Oh yeah, Mert plays the Russell. I think he did okay. Yo, what you at? Break even, Mert? Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, your PA? Oh, okay, okay. Whew. I thought it was gonna be a lot smoother after PPI, so that's why I'm in where I am now. So I am a little surprised. I was thinking people are gonna pile into their direct position, and we'll see it, knowing that the jobs report is coming in next month, tomorrow, and we're getting the beginning of the earnings cycle. So I think everybody's just sitting on their hands and waiting for because tonight is Netflix. I think that's probably going to be the catalyst that dictates what's going to happen. I don't know. Just assuming. All right, they're trying to reject this area again. No, no, not movie. The earnings is today. Because this movie that we're watching right now is called Paint Dry because that's what this look like, barcode after barcode. They're trying to hold the VWAP again. Let me see if we can.
Can we borrow the remote? Mommy said to ask you for the remote.
Oh, credit spreads. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, like I was saying earlier to Lethea, I think like NQ is literally in between two different freaking order blocks. I think probably the 2 hour maybe, and it's just having a fist fight ping pong match. And if you get in on the middle, they're not adjusting their position until they get closer to this, and they're not gonna adjust their position until they get closer to that. So I think that's the battle that we're fighting right now. All right, let me let y'all get out of here because this, if we don't get away from our charts, we're probably gonna end up, tearing up our accounts. Let's take ourselves a break. I would say, if anything, maybe 4 o'clock. Not 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock, because this is a hammer on the 4 hour here, and you can see this was a hammer here, so very intracandle chop on between these two. We didn't get no real full body except this one that happened at 2 o'clock yesterday. So maybe we'll get one of those moves. So, mm. No, no, you good, you good. I'm done. Oh, so you want me to repeat what I was saying? Okay. Oh, you was trying to say Talithia. Okay. All right. So yeah. So what I'm thinking is, on the 2 hour, we got an order block here, and we got an order block that's here, and you can kind of see the reaction of the market. It's here, 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 and then here we almost broke through. So they're trying to see if they can get that again, but they also almost broke through down here. So there's a fist fight with this fair value gap here. So if we, leave things all equal, so could it be that they're fighting because we're in the middle, just like this chop that happened on Thursday? Are they in the middle of this chop, the same thing that happened a little around 4th of July. So I think our best bet is to wait till we get closer to here, or just sell when it gets over to here. But playing this right now is nothing but chaos, because this is a hammer coming off an order block. We should have just pushed all the way down like the Oliver Les to the downside, and that should have reset it, the stochastic here. We're struggling to do that. So maybe we let the market does what it wants to do, and then we just come back when it's ready. Probably 2 o'clock. I think 2 o'clock. It can be maybe 12 o'clock, another hour, but it's better safe than sorry. I'm thinking 2. Alrighty. So, yeah, it was fun trading with y'all. You know, we're gonna go ahead and see what happens, and then if anything, I'll probably see y'all on SJ's floor. All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap it up here. So we'll probably catch up around that 2. It was a rough day. It was very choppy. So I guess we'll catch up later. Have a great day. Absolutely. I'll see y'all later on today.